With Bossa gone, a lot of leadership gone in that linebacker room. How have you kind of seen the guys step up, and who in particular have you seen really step into a big leadership role?
Yeah, well, I mean, our number one must since I've been here is to get the defensive line adjusted at the linebacker position. So the preparation that the guys in the wings have had every day, the practices they're really being demonstrative with the communication, that leadership that's got to come from the position. But one theme that I've had this spring with the guys, right, is redefine. Great opportunity for the redshirt freshmen that were redshirting last year to redefine themselves, and even Bryce, right, who played a lot for us this last year to redefine himself and become a better communicator in that green dot that Jeff was. Certainly missed Jeff, but really excited about how the guys are doing, stepping up in that role.
What does Bryce have to do to take it to whatever that next level of progression is to you, right? Where at what point did you kind of turn a corner from being a contributor 2 years ago to what you saw last year to be what we all saw like a great both
Yeah, Bryce is someone that plays the game very fast, heat-seeking missile. So he first went out there and he just played football, and he was getting the ball. And we have a defensive culture built on relentless effort, and he showed that, and that's why he got on the field 2 years ago. And then the knowledge grew going into this last year. Technique got a lot better. So to answer your question, this year the big stressing point with him is just being that field general, the communication that he has out there, and also just the cerebralness of the position, knowing having the anticipation of what an offense can do. So just overall understanding the game and being especially that leader for the team too. Jeff was quite a leader too, so him building the leadership qualities.
You didn't go into the portal for the linebackers position. Some assuming you're banking on the three freshmen that redshirted to kind of progress. And where are those guys at? And how far have they come along since year one of being in the program?
Yeah. Well, I take a lot of pride in developing guys, right? And I think that's evident through Jamal Hill, just 1 year at linebacker, now being an NFL linebacker. Jeff Bossa, was a safety, and, he grew tremendously. And then Bryce, right? So I feel like I'm really good at developing guys. If I'm having to go to the portal, um, what's that say about me as a coach when it comes to development? So I take a lot of pride in building from the bottom up, and I think it's a position that, with as much leadership that we have to have and experience in communicating, right? That's the best way to do it at the inside linebacker position. So, but the young guys have done just a phenomenal job. I spend more time with them. Um, every morning I'm getting them up before the team meeting, getting bonus meetings with them. They're hungry and they're learning really well. So excited about their growth.
Feels like Devin has kind of, excuse me, has kind of added tools to his game every year. Where do you think he's kind of progressed the most this offseason?
Yeah, I mean Devin is in the same boat as Bryce, where it's being that alpha on the field and communicating, being demonstrative with the communication. He has obviously very great tangible skills with his speed, but it's about being able to get everyone on the defense on the same page, and so he's been doing a really good job of building the mental element of the game.
we haven't seen Jerry a ton on defense these first couple of years, in part because experienced guys were in front of him. But what has he been able to show here this spring with a little bit less of a logjam to where you might be able to call upon him more in a defensive capacity?
Yeah, it's been a tremendous opportunity for Jerry to step up, and he's doing a great job with it. He's a very smooth athlete. I think if you watch his cousin Joe Mixon run the ball, right, you see a smooth athlete at running back, right? He plays defense the same way. He's been patient, and but he's had the right mindset of growth the entire time. So really excited about what plays Jerry can make this fall for us, and even more soon in the spring game, and showcase the development that he's had.
For Kamar and Braden specifically, just what has stood out in these 11, 12 practices, couple of scrimmages, what have they been able to show here with just more opportunity, with more run time than maybe in fall camp or throughout the season this past year? Just what have you seen from each of them?
Yeah, you mentioned Kamar and you mentioned Braden, but also Dylan Williams in that 24 class. All those guys are downhill linebackers, extremely aggressive with physicality, and they've just grown mentally, and it's such a mental position. So they're doing a great job of understanding not just our job, but what's all the variables that can come from an offense that can have us make adjustments and be smooth on the field and that cerebral guy on the field. So they're doing a good job developing there.
Last question, certainly appreciate the pride and development, Brian, but if numbers are just a little bit thin or guys are on the shelf a little bit, do you feel there's going to be a need to add here in the next couple of weeks at the spot, whether it be experience in particular, if they're in the portal, it's probably experience, but experience, somebody who's run a defense, et cetera, just for depth purposes, if nothing else?
I think we just have to approach like personnel decisions as they come, but at the same time, my mindset is build the room from the bottom up. So these guys are all very talented. They had an opportunity to come to Oregon, and they came here for that development piece. So I honor that every day, just being the best mentor and teacher that I could be for them.